Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. Okay, so good morning, sir. Good afternoon. So first, let me introduce my group, sir. I am April Miancy Vasquez. I am Marjorie Aglom. I am Rita Jeannie Ariahan. I am Beverly Ann Benson, sir. I am Charlie Gunio. And I am Marlon Ryan, sir. Okay, so we are third-year students from Negros Oriental State University. And we are here to conduct an interview with you, sir. So we are taking our Bachelor of Elementary Education, or what we call BL. So as a brief overview lang of what would be our questions to you, so it talks about the principles of effective organizational leadership. So we pick you as one of our interviewee because we've seen, and as you have shared to us, right, we've seen that how you have effectively demonstrated your roles as an effective leader to your teachers, to your co-teachers, and to your students. So we believe, sir, that your insights and your experiences, because I am grateful to sir na nakalungkot ko sa experience as a bilang pa kasi sa una, nagtuan, from scratch parang nga na master teacher ka. So we believe that your insights will be valuable to our learning, sir. So the first question will be from Margie. This is the first principle of an effective organizational leadership. So this is under proficiency in every task. So can you describe a time when you had to master a new skill to complete a task effectively?
We cannot deny that being a teacher, we must sometimes practice leadership in front of your students. You know that leadership is the art of introducing people in order to obtain the obedience, confidence, respect, and loyal cooperation. But as I've said, it's an art. So it's a knowledge, it's a skill. It might not be appreciated by everybody, but we're supposed to work hard, others will appreciate, others will not. Same with dealing with our students, our teachers. At least, at the back of your mind, understand that this is also my mandate being required by higher authorities. So at the end of the day, it's what we learn. Talking about proficiency in our job, in performing our task, so because certain tasks requires a limit, there is a duration when it will be done. So as leader, we must find ways to finish the job in less expenditure of time. Talking to them that this is our mandate, sometimes we are short of preparations, but just do it the best we can do so that our superior can also be satisfied with what we are doing. Yeah, task is really important in our job, and we need to do it certain period of time with the best of our ability, and the superior will be happy about us.
The second question is from principle number 2, which is master yourself and find ways to improve. So the question is, what strategies do you use for personal development and self-improvement, and why?
Getting out in the service is cannot be denied, but sometimes nagkaroon to say na ako, I have already shared with our but we must be principled and ready to adapt in this. Age is not a reason for you to deviate from what has been given to us. To answer the need of the current situation, from pandemic to this day, wherein learners are not so good. As I've said, when we had our seminar on maths, I was skill, structure of learning outcome. It was really a tough job when you are sending to a seminar and looking to that. So, as I said, that is for my personal and professional development. I should open my doors and welcome those who are in the service. And in the service. and receiving salary, I have to work for it and give the best that I can to answer the need of the current family.
Alright, so the next question, sir, is from principle number 3, knowledge of the people around you and their welfare. So, can you give an example of a time when you took action to support the well-being of the community?
Yeah, I think I love that question because you cannot be assured that your teachers, especially the new ones, the old ones are, I have that confidence over the manage, I have less burden, considering that there are teachers who are classified as negative, they need supervision. What is required is as much as possible you can observe them 2 or 3 times in a month before the final demonstration, class observation. So sometimes I have to cover what is the use of this teacher because she's under or he's under my custody and I have to do the best I can to do it. And this is the most challenging part in my teaching career. When somebody learns from you, you trying to do changes cannot be done, it does not happen. Changes cannot come, exist overnight. So little by little, encouraging, helping, suggesting the best I could. I think that can make a bigger relation. The effect might not be right there and then, but I know he is also trying. I'm also trying to convince the teacher to do the best, of course. You are representing our principal, is the teacher represent our school superintendent, Sarah. You have to do the best in front of the student. You are the mirror or the image of what they are producing.
So, this is from principle number 4, share information with people of one's domain. So, the question is, how will you ensure that relevant information is communicated effectively within your team?
I want precise, accurate, exact. I don't complicate, I don't agree, I don't add information. So what is really to be delivered to the field or to my fellow teachers? It cannot be denied that the teachers are issuing because they want to be uploaded, they want to be appreciated, they will argue, they will praise. At the end of the day, in my case, in my department, this is the thing that is being followed. Comparing to the other department, so it will result in confusion. Teachers will say, why are you doing this when yours is different from us? So I'm just telling my teachers, just relax, let them what they want to do because you know me, I want what is to be delivered, what information you deserve to know, I should know, or you should know. Keeping your community informed is very, very important in leadership. Do not pretend, do not assume, because once we can detect that you are not telling what is true, you will suffer the consequences. Do not wonder one day you are blown by the wind and probably you will never know why where you will be directed to. So do not please do not play games with your teachers because you want to be approved as well. Whether they will like you or not, what is important is you are true to your work. Nothing personal. I don't deserve, I don't demand for familiarization or whatever. I just want to work until I work no more.
So this is the fifth question. So this is from principle 5. We got a good example. So the question is, what do you believe are the key traits of a role model in a leadership position?
If you demand for leadership traits, I can enumerate as Being as one. But what is important is the being tactful. The trait of being tactful. Speak words that will not hurt other feelings. Just be true. Just be true to yourself and be true to others. Another trait is decisiveness. You should decide. You should give your decision at the right place, at the right time, rather than you cannot decide whether correct or wrong decision, you must decide. Because that's the demand of your world and people are depending on you. And one thing more about traits is that you also sometimes apply the sense of humor among your fellow voters because the field you are in and the people you are dealing with are not really in one common mood, but there are also people who are cooking, serious. At least you will meet them halfway and they will learn that let us give ourselves a break. One typical example that I can share to you talking about this example is I don't show them that I'm tired. I don't show them that I'm exhausted. I can help them, I should help. If they need me, I don't text them, Mom, I'm still busy. I have to go because that's the time that we are also available. Who knows, other way around, I'm busy, it's not only busy, or busy. So, whenever I am available, I should. In school, I don't select what I want to prioritize. Nobody informed me to deal with security. That's one of my accomplishments that I did this school university learning from videos, drums, and others. Even a single way of hearing and learners, I have to confiscate the misbehavior. So that's one of the things that I can share to them, that do not choose the work you want to work. Do it. Scouting, nobody told me, please organize the scout in my school. I want to work with that because I can share, I have my experience and I can share to our young men and women who are also trying their best to develop a sense of leadership. And through that, one day or someday, they are worth of emulation among their fellow members, worthy of appreciation, because I inculcated within them the value of being service-oriented. Serve if you can, without counting, expecting something in return. Okay?
So this is from principle number 6. Ensure every task is understood, monitored, and accomplished. So the question is, what processes do you have in place to monitor the progress of the task?
When there is a task to be done with certain duration, it's basic that I receive the order from the office principal. I have to disseminate, explain, give tips how to lessen the burden, the problems along the way. But after that, you should make follow-up. You ask feedback. The following day, immediately after you started, you're just rubbing your elbow and asking basic questions, how far you have done. That is very important. Rather than you make a follow-up and it's already the last minute before submission, you will find yourself in trouble. So that's why it is very important to make follow-up. It's very important. Even in our job in the future. We demand that parents should make follow-up on their learning side. You refer them to read books at home, if you ask them to answer assignments, follow-up is the key word. Follow-up and ask feedback. Ask feedback. Mom, scale of 10, to make that all things or the assignment plan. Where are you now? Assignment plan. Are you sure? So it sounds funny, but that's to make follow-up. You want a satisfying result of the assignment, make follow-up. Feedback. But sometimes the task is demands a very short period of time, then do whatever initiative you can just to come out with the best result. And at least if you believe that your work is better, then it's not only for you, but also for the good of the school, because we are all administrators consolidating all the resources, all the outputs required from how many areas? 8 areas, including ESP, math, English, science,
This is from Principle 7. Commit and train your people to collaborate as a team. So the question is, can you provide an example of a successful team project and your role in facilitating collaboration?
In my case, I am an instructional provider of the 12 teachers. It's not that after every classroom observation, I will not give feedback of what went wrong and what went right. It is basic that after the final presentation, I should talk to them. With this, I know that teachers are fast learners. Teachers are also teachable. I was once a follower and granted that to become leader. I think that's very basic. You cannot be a leader if you don't know how to, or if you have not done into a good follower. It's a process. So, to make my team or my fellow teachers work as a team, first, I should avoid practice among them. Right? If one of them will give me, if one of them will, I have to learn how to love them and prepare for them, because they are also the expression of what I am. If I cannot handle them properly, it will go back to me and it will affect me and it will destroy the feelings as it will. So, as I said, those simple inputs, remarks, comments, suggestions, appreciations, after input, I think when we have our collaboration, for example, we have our school-based management and we are assigned a particular indicator, it would be easy for me to assign them and going back to the previous questions, how to let them work as a team and feedback. That's very important because we will mind, at least their line of thinking is already in line of what I want as I saw the task is going to us. So one line of thinking, our thinking will be in one proportion, and it will not be a problem to make things properly.
So this is from principle number 8, make sound and timely decisions. So the question is, how do you approach decision making to ensure it is both sound and timely?
You cannot deny also the knowledge of the fellow teachers. You need your suggestions, you need your feedback, your comment. So it is important for a leader to consolidate their ideas, their opinions. Upon consolidating these ideas, you will make balance which has greater advantages and more disadvantages. You are bringing the name of the group. That is why you prefer on the, before you decide, you prefer on an aspect where it offers you more advantages. Because that can help you a lot as a group. At the same time, if there is an additional or follow-up task given to you, you will not find it difficult to adjust because you have considered all the areas where it will provide you less trouble along the way.
Okay, sir. So the next question is from principle number 9. Create an atmosphere of responsibility. The question is, what measures do you take to ensure accountability among team members?
By talking to them that it's not me as leader who will answer the consequences I pay. It is because of you. So to gather their full cooperation, I need to talk to them once in a while that we must work as a team. I always ask them to give it a mark of the because in other departments, in other areas, the principals will make comments, sometimes they will talk to me that this guy, this department is not doing well. So if I told the parent teachers, if we could do the same, what will happen to our organization? We are not going to blame the principal, blame the school managers. It's not the school actually being managed, it's the people, the teachers. So at least, if we need to subtract our number, we are 12, we can subtract the 100 minus 12, so that the principal will just give the 8 instead of 100. So we need to come out there. I always ask them, because we will not blame this to us, but instead, it's not always in our favor. Sometimes the school administrators will select people. So at least, if considering that one department will have problem, then the privileges, the rights, the owners will be meaning the principal will select people from mathematics to send for a privilege to attend seminar and so on. That is the beauty your parent teachers can understand your goal, because leadership after all is not always staying in front. Sometimes you stay at the back, push these people to move forward, you let them try, because you cannot be a leader all throughout. Somebody should take over your place, you will like it or not. I'm getting older, there are new ones, at least I can lead that legacy and bring the value of just being true to yourself and being true to your work. Because if sometimes you mix your work with lies, cheating, though the principal cannot see it, the best result, the best output of the leader. If you're not doing this, it's God who is watching. Someday you will find yourself in trouble and you don't know where that way out. You will always be in trouble. That's one of the things that we should remember. Leadership is not about making yourself the best, but making your people do the best also. You work in one, you teach in one. If the teacher will not teach, the teacher cheats. That's why, sa bakasyon na, magkapalito. Siyempre, may kung mo naman. Pero kita mag-klase. Because I value learning. Nahanap ko na sa science side. Klase, kung na ba, katawag, ang away na ng mga marisay, to learn this things. Time mo, time mo.
So this is from number 10, do not evade responsibilities and be accountable. So the question is, can you share an instance where you took accountability for a mistake or failure?
To say sorry in every day is not a sign of being coward. It's not a sign of being turning your back against your responsibility. As leaders, there are two primary responsibilities. One is the welfare of your followers and the accomplishment of your mission. Though there is no perfect leader, sometimes you fail. But what is important is you know how to take responsibility of your actions. Because you are the leader, do not blame, do not point your fingers to your neighbors. It's you who is the main responsible person of your decision, of your judgment. You are bringing the name of the group.
Thank you, sir, for that question po. And last question na lang, sir. This is for all of us na sa body. And for those, everyone na who reviews our video. So, what advice do you have for us as a teacher? What is your advice?
My numbers of advice to you is develop that trait of commitment. Teacher is not about red lips, shiny cheek, but instead you prepare tissue paper for your sweat that you can produce when you conduct classes, because it's really a tough job wondering the teachers. And yeah, be sympathetic also to the students. Be mindful. Action speaks louder than words. It's true. Be sensitive to the need of the students. Sometimes, because I am in high school, there are, class is very important. I cannot expect that female students will actually open the problem that they are sexual abuse, maltreated, harassed. I cannot expect that. But because probably they saw only that I'm serious in my job and my trait of helping others, even if I'm not being asked to help them, and I'm just sensitive. So imagine you can lead people to be, you can lead female students to be removed from their fear, from their voice, because you can see people that they live in life. And more than now we individual. So I referred so many students to the guidance counselor, to the office, and solve some problems. Teaching requires a lot of patience. Because you cannot expect people to be the same character. But instead, you will be facing people or students or learners from different characters, of different ideologies, of different health status. So this is a way, and you can help them. You have always connect the parents, because that's the only way that you can lessen your burden. And be involved. Get out of your shell. Get out of your comfort zone as teachers. And volunteer if you can, because this is the only way that learning should also be should continue within us. A lot of work to be done also in the school, coaching, committees, so do not deny. Accept it, because that is also an additional challenge for you to grow professionally, for your personal and professional development. Teaching is not purely confining yourself inside the four walls of the classroom. That is not the real essence of teaching. And remember that the behavior of the students are tampered, fake inside the classroom because you are here. But where can you find the real attitude of the students? Outside. That's why I said get out of your comfort zone, look around you, and observe your learners outside the classroom where you can see their freedom behavior. And it's up to you, and it's now you're trying to turn this bad behavior to the good side. Teaching, education, turning an ignorant person into becoming aware person, right? From ignorance to awareness. That is how we be it mentally, emotionally, because the social upbringing at home is not well developed, so they tend to misbehave in school. It's your duty. Do not ignore. Otherwise, it will escalate, it will multiply. Instead of feeling small problem, you ignore it, it becomes a big problem and difficult to handle. So that's what I think even right now. I will surrender the Girl Scout, the security, the traffic, the safety, because it seems no teachers are helping me. That's how I feel. If I approach people, I can see in their faces that they're afraid. Maybe stubborn, feel to people. I said, you can't find myself in the world. I don't demand them to really help me. If I can do it, I will do it. But if I surrender, I don't know, I'm trying to give up that. So when you have your family, nobody will help you. They will do, but too much praises, things like that. Entirely different from my work attitude with me. As I said, I work, I think that this needs to be done. I will do it. Even just picking up of garbage, putting this garbage in the bucket, I do it. But if there are students, I will also ask them. But other teachers will say, Mom, what are you doing? They're judging our students. Well, that's not good. You're not a teacher if you're not there to teach these people. That is why sometimes if I go around, the learners can smell my odor, they can see my shadow, or if they can hear the sound of my motorbike, you can I'm not strict, but I'm only concerned. That's what I'm telling to the parents. I'm not strict. So they are not strict. They are just concerned. You cannot tolerate people doing bad things while they are in school. They will do failure. No. It's a failure, right? Failure. Our educational system will be a failure, and we tend to put being afraid in front. There is always that word afraid in front of us. So the learners can easily do what they want to do. They can dress as they like, but instead there is dress code. That's my legacy. But it's not, I'm not comfortable with the students will disperse whenever I am coming. But sometimes, at first, they are afraid. But later on, if you can feel my being compassionate, my being strength but loving, they will always say, sometimes, Sir, anak ko mo, pag-grade mo, Sir, at first, kumili yung mga sweet sila na ko, but at the end of the day, makasabi sila mga answer ko, discipline is not something bad actually. That's one thing that we should also master. To impose discipline when necessary. And be just. Meaning, if the offense of the learner is very small, give also little punishment or consequence. Don't make it big. That's one thing which is also must have been justice. Kapag kasi kumain mo yung hagong. I am very concerned. Even if the student is not deserved to pass, but involved athlete and member, but not so active in terms of absences, lamang siya sa upan. Okay, naman siya yung way of expressing himself, athlete ko, sa mga school, kasang kaya po. No student should be left behind. Do not expect all students to be at the same mental capacity level. Everything is different from them. So it's up to you to consider, to be just, and review decisions, secure that is the best decision. Thank you.